Hello, this is Wendy from Language-Enthusiast. I'm here in my living room where I always study, eat meals, do whatever I want. Okay, and today is, what day is it today? Let me see my iPhone. Domingo, right? Okay, Domingo means Sunday. Yeah, July 14th. Already July 14th. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, then it's pretty normal that our rainy season is about to be finished by now. It's still not raining, but it's gonna rain. Okay. Do you think I look good is it okay? In these glasses? These glasses good on me? No. These glasses look good on me? Okay, anyway. Okay, let me do the introduction once again. This is the channel where I document myself, document my journey. Is it okay? This is a channel where I document my language journey, practicing my spoken English on a daily basis. Okay, I learn some of this expression from this lady. My lip a bit over. I don't know. It's a little bit over, right? I don't know how to say this in English though. Okay, I learned this expression, part of this expression, or I learned this expression partly from this woman on YouTube, on her YouTube channel, where she documents her language learning, speaking Spanish through Dreaming Spanish. That's one of my favorite channels actually. When I learn Spanish, I used to watch, not very often at the moment though. Okay, I don't look good today, right? I don't look good because I found that this part is more fluffy than this part, and this side is this side droops more than this side, just because of my one of the teeth. I had this root canal treatment for the first time in my life. It's the second teeth from the bag on the upper jaw. Okay, and I don't have many cavities or something. Mostly my teeth are healthy, but one time I don't know why, but one of my teeth started hurting, and I looked for any good dentist, and because finding a good dentist is such a hassle, partly because we have so many dentists these days. Okay, the number of dentists is even more than the number of convenience stores we have. So everywhere you can find dentists. Okay, dental clinic. You don't know which one you should choose. Okay, I'm looking down from time to time, not because I try to read something. There's nothing on this table. Yeah, it's scattered actually. You never see it, but And this is my dog here. You cannot see him, but I now have my dog around at my lap, and she's demanding a bit. He's demanding a bit. Okay, and I'm worried about how I look now because I always look into the lens, and I can see my face somewhere around the corner of my eyes, but still I don't know how I look actually. So in order to look at my face shown on the screen or monitor or my iPad, I have to look this side, okay? But myself shown on the screen or my iPad is not looking at me. Yeah, no wonder, because I can explain it, but it's very weird, right? Yeah, I think so. And this side is droops more and is fluffy more, and just because I have this problem, with this one of the teeth, and since this tooth doesn't have a root anymore, okay, and I never thought that this kind of thing would happen to me because mostly, generally speaking, my entire life, I tend to believe that my teeth are healthy. But one time, this tooth started hurting, and I went to a good dentist. I found him on the internet, and I chose him. That's because he turned out to be only one of two dentists who have who are actually specialists for binoculars. No, not binoculars. This thing you use to look at very, very tiny things. Okay, I don't know what to call it. Kenbikyo in Japanese, though I don't know how to say it in English, so I'll explain it. What it is, it's a kind of binoculars, not binoculars, but okay. And you use it to look at something very small, like microorganism. Is it okay? Microorganism, very, very tiny. You cannot see with your own eyes because it's too tiny for you to see. And there are only two specialists of that kind, okay? And I thought that he was reliable, and I went there, and he did some treatment to me, but it took time. Like, I had to go there several times. It was last autumn, okay, the year 2023, through last winter in 2024, and I had to go there several times to finish the entire treatment, and it was finished. And now I don't have I don't know what to say. The problem I have now for the tooth is not as obvious as it was back then, but I still feel something weird with this tooth. So I'm not really sure actually if this tooth is okay, or eventually I will have to have them removed or extract or something. And I realized that having your own teeth, to the age of 70s or 80s, it's a very difficult thing, and I learned that so many people lose their teeth even younger, okay, even when they are still younger. And this is something that I got to know for the first time in my life, because all I cared about was brushing my teeth every day and using floss every day. And even this floss thing, I didn't believe that it was that important. I used to think that that is not as important as brushing your teeth, but I was told a long time ago by the sister of my ex-husband's sister, okay, who is a pharmacist. She went to university to study medicine. Okay, she's not a doctor, but she learned about medicine, and she's a very smart woman. And when she visited our house where my husband and I were living with my ex-husband's parents back then, I was really, really young, like in my early 20s. I married pretty young, so that is why. Okay, and my ex-husband was 10 years older than I am, or 11, 12, 11? Yeah, 11 years older than I am. And his sister was 4 years or 5 years older than he was back then. So we had so much age differences, okay? I mean, me and his sister, okay? And she taught me to use floss, not only a toothbrush, because it's very important. But I didn't believe that myself, because in those days, almost no one was using floss, okay? And I didn't floss myself for such a long time until several years ago. I finally understood its importance, and then I started using floss myself. And now I can't think of myself not using floss, okay, before brushing my teeth, okay. And now this is the one I always use, okay, and it's very good in that the floss itself is very, I don't know how to call it, I don't know how to say it, thick, okay, thick, and it's a little bit fluffy, and when you use it between your teeth, okay, then it gets your plaque. It's like I don't know, karametoru in Japanese. I don't know how to say it in English, but it gets the most, I mean, as much plaque as it does, okay? It's really, really effective, and it's really helpful, and this is the best one I've ever used. And I got to know this product. I got to know about this product when I was watching one of the YouTube videos where dentist and his assistant introduced some good products for us, and I learned this one, okay. It's pretty dirty because I always touch this with my oily hands. So okay, anyway, this is the best product, and now I make it a rule to use this one when I brush my teeth, of course. And I think that I believe that my teeth are pretty healthy, but I'm not sure how many teeth will be left by the time I got much older. Okay, but about your teeth health, tooth health, okay, it's kind of very troublesome because no matter how much you try to keep your teeth healthy, you don't know what will happen to you, right? Happen to your teeth. That's what happened to me actually. And since then, I've learned lots of things, and I learned a lot about how to maintain your teeth properly. And there was so many information about teeth, even on YouTube only, even just on YouTube, and now, but it's kind of troublesome to take good care of your teeth because you have to do it every day, right? Not only once, but 2 or 3 times sometimes. And especially when I strengthen my teeth, I got the treatment myself. Okay, my doctor, no, dentist does give me the treatment to strengthen my teeth, and I did it at the age of 57. And now I realize that many people around my age have crooked teeth, or not teeth that don't look straight, okay? And because the older you get, how your teeth can be changing, okay? The alignment. In myself, back in 2008 or 2011, okay, it's more than 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I had actually, my teeth looked like this, okay, almost the same, but I don't know what was the cause of that. But when I realized around 2000, let's see, 19, my lower teeth doesn't look straight anymore, and so that's why I decided to go to the dentist. Okay, one of my lower teeth, front teeth, was I don't know, crooked. Is it okay? Crooked, not straight. Okay, and it was quite annoying to me because I was already a YouTuber, one of the YouTubers. I was not a big name YouTuber, of course. I was a very infamous YouTuber, okay, with little subscribers, okay. But oh, my face, okay, and this black triangle appear again, okay. And so anyway, because I look, this cheek looks more fluffy and droops more because of that tooth, and I don't chew things on this side, okay, on this side. And so the muscle doesn't, I don't know how to say, doesn't improve or doesn't, I don't know which verb should I use in this case? Train or use? Okay. The muscle on this side is not as developed, okay, developed as the muscle on this side because I don't use this side to chew, so this is not trained enough. Okay, that's why my face doesn't look asymmetry. Is it okay? Asymmetry. Not the same. Okay, not the same. Not balanced. Okay. So, I was not talking about this today. Okay. I go off on a tangent very often, and I make lots of mistakes. I tend to say something wrong or something different from what I wanted to say actually. But I show you everything because this is documentary, and as you know, you have bad days and good days and bad days, right? And I have my own good days and bad days, and I think today is not one of those good days because as I speak, I tend to feel that no, this is not right. This is not right. I didn't mean to say this or something like that in my mind because you think faster than you speak. So every time I speak, I think more and faster, and I think this. So that is why I say this, right? I never say this even before I think, right? So I don't know what I wanted to say, but okay, I really hope that I'm making myself understood. Okay, this dog today is in the box, right? He's not out of the box. I put him, or even her, I put him in the box because one of my dogs barks at him very much yesterday, so that is why. In order to stop him from barking so much, I had to put him back in the box. So that's why he's in the box now. His name is Pomemaru, but I don't want to say this name in a loud voice because it makes him notice who I'm talking about, okay, about whom I'm talking, okay. And where was I? Yeah, actually, I wanted to talk about this person. I already talked about somewhere in my 2 or 3 videos in my previous videos, okay? In my 2 or 3, in my few of my previous videos, okay? He's a young Japanese guy living in a foreign country now. I think he's in Canada now. That's what he said yesterday. And I take part in his live show for the first time in my life. And I didn't expect that actually. When I look at my iPhone, it showed that someone started his live show, and I just wondered who it was, and opened the live show. Okay, and then I realized that I know this person because I've talked about him in my videos, and I've just subscribed to his channel recently, although I've known about his channel for quite some time. Like, I got to know about his channel last year, actually, when I started studying English seriously again, okay. I was desperate at that time, I really wanted to improve my speaking, so I started this channel back then. Okay, I started this channel way before than that, but I renewed this channel, okay, and I decided to use this channel for the platform as the platform I use to document myself practicing speaking so that I can tell how much I have been improving or how much progress, is it okay? How much progress I have been making or something like that. Although it was daunting at first because I was not used to speaking in front of a camera like this, but I had to do this because I really wanted to get out of my comfort zone. Okay, but 100 days at my 103rd day, I gave it up once, and I didn't come back for the next 6 months. But around spring this year, last spring this year, okay, because it's already summer, right? Okay, I decided to start it again somehow, and I even don't know how long I have been doing this. Today is 29th day or 39th day, or I've already come to my 65th day, or I don't care because anyway I have to do this, right, in order to get more comfortable about speaking, right? So that is why I don't pay much attention to how many days or something like that, because it's just a number. And while I care about how many days I have been doing or something like that, I've been obsessed with this kind of thing only. Okay, and this is not important. If you continue to do it, you will get better eventually. Yeah, this is true. Okay, because you are completely fluent speaker of your mother tongue, right? And how could you do that? Okay, you just kept talking, right? You just kept using your language and to the level where you're at now, right? So it can be said the same thing to your language learning, foreign languages also, right? So it's very simple. So you don't have to care about you have been doing this how many days, because it's just number, and your next breakthrough will come tomorrow. Okay, but without knowing it, you might give it up, right? It's the last thing you might want, right? So that is why I don't care about how many days or something like that, because it's not important. And where was I? Yeah, I started this practice, right? And by yeah, last year, okay, there's a mirror next to me, which was showing my face. So while I'm speaking, I had to look at I have to pay attention to both of my face, looking at, showing, seen or shown on this screen, and shown in the mirror. Okay, this is so confusing because just expressing myself in English is a bit difficult, troublesome. Okay, it takes time. Okay, it takes time and energy. So that's why before this practice, I always think that I should eat something. Okay, with my empty stomach, like the day before yesterday or so, I was not energetic enough. That was just because I was hungry. So that's why I always eat something before shooting myself like this, okay? And but having a full stomach is also not very good because you have to think a lot while speaking English or whatever language, right? I mean, your foreign languages, okay? You have to think a lot. You have to move your brain as much as it can. So in this case, if you're full, your blood, okay, your blood goes to your stomach. And if you have to think, your blood, I think your blood has to go to your brain. And so it's not good for your stomach either. So in this case, you have to be, you don't have to be, you shouldn't be totally empty or totally full. Okay, you have to avoid this situation the most. Okay, and okay, going back to where I was, I've known about him, for such a long time, like more than a year, nearly a year, okay? But I haven't subscribed his channel because I thought that what he explained was something that I already knew, but that was wrong actually. Just the other day, I happened to find one of his videos on YouTube, and he was talking about something really good in order to help our English improve, okay? And I really wanted to learn from him. So that's why I decided to subscribe to his channel. And on his channel, he did lots of, experiments himself. It's documentary. Okay, it's documentary. For example, he does a certain method. Okay, for example, let's say he finds this method quite effective, and he shows how this method helps him improve his English. Actually helped, okay, because every time he introduces something, he has done it, the method, okay, for a certain period of time, like 3 months, 2 months, or a month, and he understands that the method was quite effective and effective enough. So that's why he introduces the method or the way he did, okay, like keeping a journal for 3 months. I was talking about this in my previous videos, okay. He did it for 3 months, and after 3 months, he realized himself how effective what he did was, okay. So it's the channel is all about documentary, okay. So that's why I found his channel very interesting. And he himself has changed dramatically because this is what he said in his video, but he used to be an ordinary university student and also a high school student, and this is what he said in yesterday's live show, and I heard this for the first time, okay? And when he was in high school, he didn't study at all. almost at all, because studying didn't look cool to him. Okay, there are many of those students, right? Who don't care about studying because it isn't cool at all, right? And he went to university, but he didn't study at all there. Okay, and then in the middle of 20 in his mid 20s, he realized that he had nothing. Okay, he was just a guy with having nothing, or with having anything. Well, no, without having anything. Okay, and he wondered what he should do. Okay, and he decided to study English, and for the next 3 years he studied so hard. He did many things. Okay, he tried many things himself, and his English improved so much, and he himself has grown so much. Okay, and that's what I've been impressed so much as well, because he says something and he make it happen, right? He makes it happen. So I think that's great. And yeah, going back to the live show, I joined for the first time, and at the beginning of his live show, there were only 10 people or so, and I wasn't sure if I could join the live show because I was quite new, but he said that welcome, everybody, welcome. Okay, welcome to my live show, and anyone can join, and you can just use either English or Japanese to ask me questions or something like that. Okay, so that's why I thought that it would be all right for me to comment in English. And at first I wasn't sure if I could leave my comment in English, but since he said that and he already started speaking English, okay, here and there, not entirely, okay, but so I thought it would be all right, and but I was so excited when I was trying to write my comment in a small section, and the numbers of letters or numbers of words are quite limited, so my message or comment should be quite shorter. But if I write to the limit, okay, it can be quite long. Okay, it looks quite long anyway. So I really hope that it won't be looked like overwhelming too much or something like that, though. Okay, and my first comment was like, what did I write? I've hello or something like that. Okay, and I've just subscribed to your channel. And what did I write? I don't remember much, but okay. Anyway, I just left my first comment to him, and he picked it up soon. And at first, I thought that his English is okay enough to, even much better than mine, okay, because he's a hard worker, okay, and as long as I can see him on his YouTube channel or in his videos on the YouTube channel, I understood that he was such a great speaker already, and he's travels to many countries and he's now in Canada. But before that, he was in Britain. And for me, British English is very difficult to listen to, catch, okay? So I thought he was great because spending some time, I don't know how long, but in the country where such difficult to catch English is spoken, and I tend to assume that his English is really great, much better than mine. Okay, I know that comparing myself to others is not healthy, but naturally I feel this way. Okay, this is my neutral feeling. Okay, but as soon as he found my channel name, okay, Wendy Language Enthusiast, and he couldn't read my part of my name, which is enthusiast. Okay, so the next, and that was quite surprising to me because I've watched one of his videos where he was reading newspaper article every day for about a month, and using this website called, I forgot the name, but okay, there is a certain website, and it is something to do with newspaper, okay, designed for language learners, okay, English learners. And I actually subscribe to that newspaper just until recently, because last year, as I said, last year, I was enthusiastic about improving my English again, and I was studying mainly for a test at that time. But soon I decided not to do it any longer because passing the test doesn't mean anything to me. I really wanted to understand native English more, okay, and I really wanted to be a much better English speaker. So the more I tried that textbook, which was pretty difficult, okay, with all those fancy academic vocabulary in it, the more reluctant I knew that I was becoming to speak up, okay, because I really wanted to sound very academic, okay. I really wanted to sound very intelligent, but the more I felt that way, the more scared I became because I was not good at speaking. I was not used to speaking in the first place, so that's why I decided to quit everything, okay, and decided to start practicing speaking on this channel, okay. And back then, I decided to subscribe to as many newspapers as possible, and that newspaper he was using in his video, a very challenging video, was the one of the two, okay. But this happens to me very often, but this is very typical of me. But once I was very enthusiastic, but soon my enthusiasm goes away, okay. And then what happened to me that I was just enthusiastic or excited about reading those newspapers for the next month, but I'm not allowed to stop the subscription for the entire year when it comes to one of the newspapers, because I got their I don't know what to call it, giveaway. Okay, they had this textbook and CD, and it contains a speech done by Obama. Okay, and I wanted to get it. Okay, if I subscribe to the newspaper for the entire year, I can get the opportunity to get it for free. So I applied for it, applied for the program. Okay, and so that's why I'm not allowed to cancel the newspaper. I mean, one of the newspapers. Okay, and but the other one, I was okay to cancel anytime after 3 months. So I already canceled it. And this is the one that he was using, one of his videos, where he challenged himself to read aloud some articles every day, as many as 30, 40, 50 times, using the audio that their website provided. Okay, and his reading, his pronunciation, or other skills have improved so much, and that's what he introduced. He was introducing in that video, and I was talking about that video in my previous videos. Okay, 2 or 3 videos. So that's why I now respect him very much, because he's so brave, and he's a challenger, he's a creator, he's creative, and he's a pioneer in a sense. Okay, he's an influential person. Okay, and where was I? Anyway, and yeah, and the live show, right? But he couldn't read my part of my name, right? Enthusiast. Okay, so I explained this in English, what it means. Like enthusiast is a person who is enthusiastic about languages, or any particular thing. Okay, and language enthusiast means someone who is passionate about or enthusiastic about language learning or language itself. Okay, I used enthusiastic because I thought that it might, I mean, ring a bell. Okay, I don't know how to use this expression, but if I use enthusiastic, and if he had known the word, I thought he would have, I don't know which tense I should use in this case, but I think that it would make him realize what enthusiast means, because those are related, right? So, and then at last he realized that what enthusiast would mean. Okay, so I tried to use very simple words or expressions, because and I, before watching the live show, and no offense, I'm not going to talk about something bad about himself. I'm going to say something I felt, and I still respect him, of course, because yeah, I'm gonna explain how I feel now, from now. Okay, I really want to explain this more concisely, but I can't do this because English is my second language, and so that's why this is where my practice comes in, right? To be a better explainer, I want to use my English, okay? And it takes energy. It takes a lot of time. Okay, I have to be patient. Okay, and so I tend to assume that his English was much better, actually, honestly, and for such a short amount of time, he started from zero, okay, practically, right? Literally, okay. So I really wanted to know about his secret, okay. What made him improve so much? Simply because he worked hard, yeah, I understand, but I really wanted to know with my own eyes, okay, because every time I see him, he's in his videos. So, in live show, I thought was the perfect opportunity for me to understand him, not perfectly, but to some extent, right? And I even didn't expect this much, okay? I expected anything, okay? And I started joining, and at first he couldn't read my name, okay? And but and partly I feel relieved because I understood that he was still struggling with expressing himself in English, okay? But at the same time, I think it's very natural. Okay, I've been there, of course, and I'm still struggling. Okay, I'm getting better and better because speaking English has been becoming easier and easier. So I feel this way myself directly. So I understand that. But before, I struggled much more. Okay, and but he's great because he has just been it's only been 4 or I don't know 5 years, no, 3 or 4 years since he started studying English from zero, from scratch, and then he can do his live. Okay, I I don't think I could have done this. Okay. Or now I don't think I can do this. Yeah, I could, but I've never done this. So I don't know. But he's doing it right now, right? Uh, it just shows that how brave he is, how challenging he is, right? And and his English is great, okay. His English is great, but I understood that he's still struggling with expressing himself compared to his native language, okay. It would have been much, much easier for him to speak in his own language. And I understood that when he switched his English to his mother tongue because he was more talkative and he was more he can express more subtle feelings of his. So and I understand all of them, okay, the whole situation, because I've been there myself and I'm still struggling, okay. So that's why partly I felt relieved because there was no secret or whatsoever. Even though his English has improved so much in a quite short amount of time, but still there are some difficulties, okay, for expressing our thoughts and opinions right away, okay, instantly. And he can get much better in the future, of course, because he has been many countries, and he will go any more foreign countries to use his English and get the direct experiences, right, himself, first-hand experience, right? So in such in this respect, I'm not trying to compare myself to him, but still, he's much better because he's more experienced. Okay, I just study or learn my foreign languages here in Japan, and I've never even been abroad, right? So, and he turned out to be a very nice guy with good heart, and he's very generous, and he's humble, and although he doesn't look like that, okay, he is like, I don't know how to say it in English, but we say it ike. Ike means party people. Okay, he looks like a party person, but he says that he loves to being alone. He loves to be alone. I mean, he loves the time when he's alone. He's a loner because he loves to travel alone. Okay, and he loves to be himself in a room, thinking about a lot of things. And I found it very intriguing because he doesn't look like that. Okay, he always looks cool and very active. Yeah, he's active. Okay, and one of his videos was very impressive in that he expresses his true feelings about himself. Okay, and that video was quite long, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, that long. Okay, and he was depressed greatly. Okay, I don't know, very much, just before taking the video. Okay, he was in a foreign country, and just while ago, he was traveling some Latin American countries with his own younger brother. Okay, and during the travel, okay, he was always thinking about his YouTube channel, but he didn't do anything about his videos because he really wanted to enjoy his traveling with his own brother the entire time. So in order to enjoy the whole time, he didn't think that it would be necessary for him to do anything about his videos, so he stopped making videos entirely. Okay, but he began to feel a bit worried about himself actually, if it would be all right for him to be influential to people like that. He was, if he would be okay to be influential. I'm saying the same thing, right? Okay, he began to lose his confidence while he was traveling with his brother because he asked his brother to do all the work for him, like where they should go next, or which route they should use, or something like that. He almost did nothing. He just let his brother think all about their trips. Okay, and it actually made him, I guess, lose confidence because I guess he might have begun to think that how, I don't know, helpless him. I don't know which word I should use, but useless, or I don't know, because while he was making his videos, he was the one who thinks about it, right? He was his own boss and he decided everything. But on this trip, especially, he was not the one who decided everything, right? So it made him a bit, I mean, I don't know how to say it in English, but reliable. Must made him, he was not reliable enough, he's dependable enough, he's no independent, he was not independent enough, or something like that. And after saying goodbye to his brother, he went to a different country, probably Canada or somewhere, okay. And then at that time, he was lonely and he began to feel depressed, and in the most terrible way, okay. And he didn't know what to do, and he lost his confidence completely. I think he was honest because he was talking about this, everything. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's really everything, but I felt that way, okay, when I was watching that video, okay. And he even cried. Yeah, he even cried with his brother when he was still with his brother in somewhere in Latin American countries. Well, they were taking that trip, okay. But when he became alone, all himself, he actually began to cry in a park. I think that was in the U.S. Yeah, U.S. Okay, in a park with so many people around him. He couldn't stop crying because he was so stressed out. Okay, that was the only way that he could do to survive, I guess. Okay, and he began to cry, and he didn't care anything about people around him would feel about him crying so much in the middle of the park, okay. And then he came across this group of American people, American young guy. They are good guys, okay, nice guys. And he ended up having a very friendly conversation with them in English. And it made him feel easier, okay, because those guys were very good, very nice, okay, very nice guys. And before that, or after that, I'm not sure, but he actually talks to his mother on the phone. His mother must have been in Japan, and he called her mother and asked her mother if it would be all right for her to listen to him, whatever he wanted. And she said, go ahead, or something like that. And they talked many hours. Okay. And he said that was his very first time to be honest with her, talked about everything that he wanted to say to her, and his mother was patient enough to listen to everything that he wanted to say. That was a very impressive story, isn't it? And wasn't it? Okay. And somehow he gained his confidence back because he understood that being depressed, okay, was part of him, okay? He used to be influential person in his videos, but suddenly he got scared. I think that is something to do with this symptom called, or this syndrome called imposter syndrome, that I was talking about somewhere in my previous videos. With this syndrome, you tend to feel that you are fraud, okay? You are not real, or you are not authentic, okay? You are doing something, and everybody around you finds you great, okay? But you don't feel this way because you are not confident, okay? You are not confident, so you tend to say that no, I'm not that good, I'm not that good. You are actually good at it, so that is why people say so, okay? But since you don't have enough confidence and you have low self-esteem, so you cannot see yourself in the right way, and people's saying that you're great makes you scared, okay? I think similar thing might have happened to him at that time, and it must have made him wonder if he would be okay enough, his English was okay enough, or his existence was okay enough, or something like that. But that was part of himself, okay, and he became brave enough to accept everything, okay. He's sometimes very active and strong and very influential, but at the same time, sometimes he must be lonely, he must be very weak, vulnerable, and there are many aspects that consist, I don't know how to say this, consist of him. He consists of many aspects, right? And so he might have showed only the positive side of him to people in his videos, but he also has some negative aspects or vulnerable aspects, okay? Vulnerable aspects, aspects that he's actually vulnerable from time to time, and it's totally okay, right? And he decided to talk about everything, okay? How he felt, what happened to him, how devastated he was actually. Normally, that's something that that kind of thing was something that he didn't want to show people, right? I mean, don't want to let people see before, but now he thought that it would be okay because that's part of himself, okay? So that was a very impressive video, and ever since then he has been challenging lots of things to improve his own life. That's fantastic, right? That's very positive. But he actually recognizes that there are some down times, okay? He feels blue and negative, but that's okay. And he's still challenging, and that's impressive. And he has his own live show yesterday. I joined it, and I only used English to comment, okay, to give him my comments, and I'm not really sure if he actually liked my comments actually, but I try not to sound boasting, okay, because there are some people who joined those live shows are those who just came there to impress someone else, everybody in the live show, okay, like show off their English skills, or even those who want to advertise themselves, okay. And I once was blocked actually by someone, and it was the channel was to teach how to sing songs to Japanese people, but since the channel owner was the guy who sings very well, and who he was on TV once, okay. It's a singing contest program, okay, and he was with other people and professional people. Some of them are professional, and he won the contest or so, and he sang Desperado or something like that, okay, some Desperado or something, okay, an English song, okay. And since I love English, and I also love singing myself, so I really loved his channel. And at one time he did his live show, and I joined using my main channel, okay, ID account, okay. And this is not the channel that I used to join his channel. No, join his live show. My brain started to be asleep, okay. It's half asleep, okay. And anyway, how long? Oh, already longer than 1 hour, okay. No wonder I'm getting tired, okay. But okay, I'll give it a try. And I happened to find his live show then. I decided to join, and I said hello, and like, I really enjoyed your videos always, or something like that. I always say something good, okay, something positive, okay. I never give people negative comments, okay, because it's their live show, right? They only want people who love them, right? So I don't want to sound out of place, okay. So I didn't mean to stand out either, okay. But from a certain point, okay, at a certain point, my comments, he didn't mention my comment, okay, at all, as if it wasn't, it didn't exist, okay. He just skipped my comments. I left several comments, okay, back to back, okay. Not, I try not to sound annoying, okay, to him, okay. But I left my one comment, and then I left the next comment after, let's see, a few minutes later or something like that. Oh, of course, there are some others comments, okay, between each of my comment, okay, but he didn't read any of my comment. He ignored all of my comments as if it didn't exist. My comments didn't exist. And I wondered why. And it made me feel so bad, so lonely, so confused. so puzzled, and I was puzzled, and I didn't understand what was happening. And later, I just, all I did was just imagine, right? Because I didn't know what was happening, really, right? But later, I began to understand that I might have been blocked. That is why. Because it must be easy. It must have been easy for him to block my comments just clicking one button, right? One section, right? Block or something. And my channel name has English in it, in Japanese, okay? Because on my channel, I teach people how to sing English songs, okay? So my channel name includes English or Eigo in Japanese, okay? So that's why. And my channel has something to do with singing also, right? I don't particularly teach how to sing, okay, only how to pronounce English lyrics, okay? But my channel name or my existence might have been a bit intimidating for him, or I might have been considered that I was advertising myself on that channel, on his live show. I didn't mean that. I just wanted to express my passion about his channel, what he's doing, or something like that, because I'm a big fan of his channel myself, right? So I was very shocked. That was a huge shock for me. And so that's why I always try not to stand out. But since I'm very passionate about I don't know, when I feel high, okay, when I'm in a good mood, I tend to get carried away. And so I don't know, because leaving a comment on a live show like that is very, very, very difficult in many ways. I mean, since I've been watching someone's channel for quite some time, I tend to feel that I know this person very well. But for that person, I'm just a newcomer, right? It's totally natural that I'm nobody for that person, right? There's a huge gap between how I feel and how the person feels about my comment, right? I might sound a bit too friendly from time to time. And this person gets confused because he doesn't know anything about me, who I am, because it's just the icon and the channel name, right? And he or she doesn't even know if I'm a woman or I'm a man or something like that, right? By just reading the channel name. And yeah, nothing, right? But I know about myself very well, right? I tend to feel this way, right? And but this person knows nothing about me. There's a huge gap, and sometimes I feel this gap while I'm commenting, of course, and it makes me feel a bit sad, to be honest, but it's pretty normal. And yeah, because I have attachment issues, I tend to try to get people's attention, right? And I'm very sensitive about how people acts, okay? And I really want to be treated fairly. Okay, I didn't want to be, I don't know, outcast. I don't know. I don't know how to say this in English, but I don't know, left out. Okay, I don't want to be left out. I really want the person to treat me like everybody else. Okay, so that is why I feel the happiest whenever I join that kind of live show, okay, which is happening on the real time, I don't know how to say, in real time, and the person who, the owner, okay, the MC, who is responsible for the show, treats me like the same way as everyone else. And if I find my spot in the live show, which makes me feel that it's okay for me to be in that situation, everybody welcomes me, and yeah, sometimes for some live shows, every viewers all the viewers communicate with each other, right? In such a show, depending on the show though, okay, depending on the situation, but those shows makes me feel very relieved and happy, okay. But depending on the show, just watch other viewers communicating with each other vividly, okay, friendly, makes me feel lonely, because I tend to feel that I'm not welcome, okay. It's very difficult, even though I keep joining the same person's live shows back to back or many times, but every live show doesn't turn out to be the same, okay. Sometimes I feel happier and sometimes I feel very lonely, probably depending on my mood. It changes very often, and and I think that this comes from my attachment issues, and there's nothing I can do about it just now, okay. As I say always in my videos, it's at the moment it's okay for me to realize that, okay, to be aware of me having some attachment issues, and because of this I tend to feel lonely or left out or something like that, and it's not totally my fault about how I feel, okay. Is not, I'm not responsible for every emotion that I feel and I have, because it comes from my attachment issues, and this is not my fault. So I just it's okay for me to realize that this is because of my attachment issues, and I think it helps, okay. And where was I actually? I was blocked. Yeah, I think I was blocked, and I was shocked, but I got over it now. So I really hope that every time I join someone's live show, I hope I won't be blocked. So I try to give only positive comments, and I try to be cooperative, or I try not to stand out, okay, by saying something extraordinary to get others' attention or something like that. I try not to be too selfish self-centered. Okay, anyway, so the other day I joined Tanya's live stream for the first time. It was a good timing. Tanya is one of my favorite YouTubers, and she's an American lady around my age. She's living in America, maybe in southern part of America, I guess. Okay, and I love her lessons very much because she speaks clearly, and now her contents are the perfect material for me to use for my comprehensible input because I can understand 98% of her of what she speaks. Okay, and it might sound too easy for me to use, but this is wrong. I use her materials or contents or channel YouTube videos to improve my speaking skills or writing skills because you should use something really easy for you, okay, when it comes to improve your output, okay. If it's too difficult, it can be challenging for you and it can be good for your listening skills or even reading skills, okay. But when it comes to your output, you have to listen and you have to read something really easy for you because this is the perfect material in order to make all those words and expressions used in the content instill in you, inside you. So they will be ingrained in you the most if you're using or if you're referring to something really easy for you. So that's why I love listening to her stories. And she's a very good speaker, exceptional speaker. Okay, I'm not really sure if she's using a machine or something, or I don't know how to call it, apparatus. No, this thing, okay, which is called teleprompter or something. I'm not sure, okay, but she never stops while speaking, and she sounds very natural, okay. She doesn't look like she's reading something, okay, and it impresses me so much, okay. And I love her channel, but since our time differences, I didn't have any opportunities to join her live stream until then. But at the time, okay, she had 2 live streams every week at a different time zone, I guess. I mean, for this live show, okay, the first live show, she starts at, for example, around morning, but the other live show, she starts in the evening, okay. And at that time, I was awake already because I have been an early riser. Today I woke up at around 5 o'clock, okay, naturally, without any alarm clock. I woke up myself, okay, all by myself, naturally. That's the best way for me to wake up. So now that I have been early riser, okay, early riser catches the worm, right? I don't remember the expression, okay. And at that time I was at the table facing my iPad, and there was this notification, and it said that her live show was starting in 30 minutes, and I was so glad because I always wanted to see her live show, but actually the live show before that, okay, I missed it because it was supposed to start around 2 in the morning in Japan time, and I should be asleep, right? So all I needed to do was to set up my alarm or timer so that I could wake up 20 minutes before her live show would start. Okay, but I was so sleepy back then that day. Okay, it was just a week ago or so. Okay, and I noticed the alarm, but I turned it off, and I went back to sleep. And by the time I noticed, the live show, of course, was over. And I was so sorry because I told Tanya that I was going to join her next live show, and I was looking forward to it or something like that. She didn't know me because that was my first message to her. As I said a little while ago, even though I tend to feel that this person is familiar. No, I'm familiar with this person. Is that okay? I know a lot about this person because I continue to watch his or her videos, okay, back to back. But this person doesn't know me at all, right? So she doesn't care much about my message, I guess, even though she replied to my message saying that that's a shame that there is a time difference, okay, but next time when you join my live, just let me know or something like that, okay. So on that day I was on time, right? And what a coincidence. I was so glad, and I really wanted to be positive about her live show. And by the time that live show started, there was only 1 or 2 people waiting, okay, and I was one of them. And even before the live show started, I left my comment, okay, saying like, this is my very first time to join your live show, and I couldn't wait or something like that. And okay, I can't wait, okay. And I love the way you give your lessons always because it's easy to understand, and also you sound very positive, and I love your attitude toward life or something like that, okay. And I thought that just after the live show started, she would pick up my comment and read or something like that, but she just ignored it, okay, or she didn't notice it, I don't know, but my comment was there, okay, in the chat box already there, and the live show started, and I said hello from Japan or something like that, but she didn't pick up my comment again either, and it made me wonder why, and it made me a bit confused, okay, and I began to feel uneasy, and the same thing would happen again to me or something like that. I was a bit scared because I didn't want to get to dislike her. Is it okay? Get to because with my attachment issues, I tend to dislike people suddenly, all of a sudden, even though at one time I love this person very much, okay? And something happens to me which makes me feel puzzled, okay, and skeptical about this person. And I can no longer believe this person. And this moment, I began to dislike this person, okay? It's like all or nothing approach, okay? It's very drastic, and I cannot control this. So I always hope that this person won't do something that makes me feel disappointed, because this ends up making me dislike this person, okay, suddenly. So I'm really I've been careful about this my tendency of this tendency of mine, because this is not entirely true. Nobody knows if it's true, okay? I just tend to misunderstand it. I tend to get things misunderstood, okay? So just as I said somewhere in my previous videos, one of my favorite YouTubers, and then the Tanya's live show, okay, and she began to read my comment, okay, and then finally I try not to get her attention, okay, on purpose or something, okay, but I just wanted to express my true feelings, okay, toward her, or toward her lessons, or about her questions she gave to the viewers, okay. I just hope that she would pick up my comments, though, but I didn't expect too much. I try not to expect too much, okay. And she finally began to pick up my comments, and in the end, her pinned one of my comments because she thought that it was good, okay. Two of the comments, out of all those comments people left, were pinned actually, and one of them was mine, and I feel very fortunate about it, and I feel grateful for it, okay. But neutral way or neutral way, because or in a very humble way, okay, because I tend to feel that I'm special, okay, probably because I couldn't get enough affection from my own mother, caregiver, primal caregiver, okay. In this case, I tried to get such attention from someone else, okay, and I tend to consider that person as my primary caregiver, okay, and this is not a good habit of mine, and I understand this actually causes all the problems, okay. I tend to have too much expectation from this person, and if my wish isn't treated very well, properly, yeah, it's natural, because this person and I are different people, and we feel the different way. This person does not necessarily always does everything that I want this person to do for me, right? So I have to be aware of this, okay, in the first place. And I began to understand this in a real sense. I understand on the surface, okay, I always understand on the surface, but on the inside, okay, it's like tip of the iceberg. Consciously, I tend to feel that I understand it 100% and I will be okay. I tend to feel this way. But on the inside, is it okay? On the inside? Or inside, my usual self is still there, still here. And it's very deep and very heavy, strong, very, I don't know how to say this, very, yeah, very strong. And it's difficult to move, difficult to change, okay, difficult to change. So I soon feel anxious, okay, even though until a little while ago, I was saying that I will be okay. I understand who I am. I will feel easier. But soon, I get back to my old self and begin to feel anxious. This is very typical of me, but at least it's good because I'm aware of this, okay? And so I really hope that, I really hope that I will be okay with this mindset, okay? But it takes time for me to have a good image of myself in a real sense, truly. And so I don't think I should be impatient, okay? And talking about the someone else, I don't know. Okay, the first person I was talking about, right? Japanese guy, and he's a good guy with a good heart, and he's a hard worker. He's creative, and he says that he doesn't care about making mistakes or failing because he can learn anything from his mistakes or failures, okay? And I agreed with him, okay, when he said that. And he's a challenger, and he's one of my role models. And so I left many comments on his live streams, and I mostly try to sound positive, but looking back, okay, I now see my comments as something really, cliche, okay. I even didn't write his name in my comments. It can be rude, but to be honest with you, I don't care much about his name or something like that. I was just impressed by him, and knowing his name or not doesn't matter to me, okay, at least to me. But to him, I don't know. I should have wrote his name because I didn't know his name actually. But people kept calling his name, okay, in their comments, and I even didn't know if that was his name, so I couldn't use that name. And I only used some very only cliche, like I respect you, or I love the way you think about your life, or your attitude toward life impresses me much, or you're one of your role models. Those are the true, okay. I felt the way. That's why I wrote them. But still, for him, I was just like one of those people who says only good things about him and using only those sentences that can be used repeatedly to somewhere else. Okay. Those sentences or comments or phrases are not specific to him. If he felt that way, if he had felt that way, I think, or he might have felt that way. I thought so later. Okay. I hope I'm being understood. Okay. I don't think I can make myself understand very much today because somehow my English is not very good, right? But as Tanya always says, we shouldn't use any negative expressions or words, right? So I should say that I'm improving. Okay. Okay. It's about time for me to go now, and the weather is getting better. But weather report said that it's going to be rainy later in the afternoon. So I really hope that it won't rain because today I have to take my dogs to the trimming salon to have their teeth brushed as usual. So, and I'm gonna practice speaking English while I'm driving again. So this is my very important routine to get a much better English speaker. I'm now feel stressed out when I'm speaking English because I often get stuck. But the more I speak, the more comfortable it gets, I hope. So that's why I will be continuing this practice from now on too. Okay, thank you very much, and I really hope that you have a great Sunday wherever you are. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye bye.